920 Miracles community, come along and think with me. Let's have some fun with this one. No more meager gifts, only meaningfulness. Today, I claim the gifts forgiveness gives. And this meager, lacking in quality and quantity. No more, not for us. We want this one, meaningfulness, the quality of being important, serious, or useful. It can also mean the quality of having or showing meaning. That's the one we want. This meagerness that we seem to always get in life, these meager gifts that we'll accept, is all based on exclusivity. Exclusivity is meager and weak. It's all getting, wants to be served. That's what it's all about. It's rooted in fear from the ego, that programmed self. We got programmed by people that were poorly programmed, that were poorly programmed. And then what do we end up with? This false evidence appearing real in our lives. And we spend so much time in it that we wonder what happened. It creates a false sense of security by clinging to the familiar. Our biological mental boxes protect our limited perceptions of life. Biology, let's talk about that. In the back of your brain, that little 4-inch mechanism called a reticular activating system was given to us. It's a beautiful thing. You program it with some thoughts, you program it with some belief systems, and it'll take you to right where you think it should go. And it's automatic. And so what happens though, we get that those boxes formed, and you can't probably break through them. These mental boxes protect our limited perceptions of life. And we have this very limited perception because all we were worried is about our little area of the woods or our little area of the forest. And it's not what really brings life and brings this meaningfulness to life. We build biological walls that resist wisdom and block growth. We only focus on the knowing, and that is full of impossibility when we focus on knowing what's wrong or thinking something's wrong versus focus on wondering. All things are possible. We tolerate or invest in conflicting facts to our soul. We know there's something our souls are crying out for, but we keep investing in information that just doesn't fix it versus become invested in by vivacious visions of our imaginations, I call it. Let that imagination go and go, there's something more here, and I'm gonna move in that direction. Our biology building blocks that we use won't allow for windows. There's no windows it came with. So all the walls keep out the light that expand our vision and understanding and light the way to a bright existence for all. Inclusivity, on the other hand, is abundantly meaningful and full of strength. For 35 years, I embraced a exclusive Christianity, and I could tell the whole world if I had to where they were wrong, but it didn't serve very many people. Whereas inclusivity is all giving, all serving. It takes courage to embrace different thoughts, ideas, and perspective. It demands a discipline to transcend the ego, fear, and illusions. It seeks truth in every voice, every heart, and every circumstances, allowing all of life to serve a greater purpose. And that's when life gets exciting. That's when you just get up before any clocks go off. That's when you just can't wait for the next day. Exclusivity says, I must be right. I am right. Only I am. There's something wrong with. And this is what exclusivity will take you to. I've got to be right. I know what I know. I know what I know. Don't bother me with facts. My mind's made up. Whereas inclusivity says only the whole can be right. There's something right with. Our souls are crying for that, but yet we'll just keep exposing ourselves to things that feed the exclusivity instead of inclusivity. My soul always knows, but my mind always wants to steal the show, and we allow it to steal the show. Go with the soul. Forgiveness is not something we do, it's who we are, a byproduct of love. It is a natural rhythm of creation, like the earth healing after a storm or a wound closing over time. But isn't that amazing? Your body forgives itself. But while nature forgives instinctively, we resist, allowing the ego's judgment, pain, and resentment to fester within us, creating havoc or missed opportunities. We walk around with these programmed belief systems and we allow it. And when our souls are crying for something much bigger and better, and it's all found in forgiveness. Forgiveness is not about excusing behavior or forgetting the past. It's about releasing the grip of judgment of the world that binds us to suffering. See, folks, it's all about judgment. we live in judgment of our own circumstances, our own situation, and we judge they're not good, when in fact they're there to teach us, to serve, teach us something bigger, to stir our souls. Judgment is futile because it traps us in a cycle of blame, asking how far back do I go? If I'm going to judge this, I'm going to have to go beyond that, beyond that, beyond that. Who do I judge? Forgiveness, on the other hand, is freedom. It's the decision to let go of all illusions of ego, to silence the voice that says, I am separate, and to embrace the truth of the soul. We are all connected. True forgiveness transforms us. It clears the debris of the past and allows us to live with clarity, strength, and love. It's not a gift we give to others, but a gift we give to ourselves, because in forgiving, we reclaim our power, our peace, and our soul. And that doesn't mean you tolerate situations that are not peaceful. No, you insist that you change them. Wisdom sent us here to change all things and to be changed by nothing. This is the lesson today, but I wanted to give you that, where this meager gifts come from, this exclusivity. We got to go and make it all inclusive from the soul. Uh, Let me not accept mere gifts again today. God's voice is offering us peace of God to all who hear and choose to follow him. And love is to listen to what your soul is saying. Love is to listen to anyone, but it's when you listen to your soul, you truly practice self-love. What's my soul crying for? And if I'm listening to things that create conflict still, and conflict is not dissolving like clouds dissolve when the sun shows up. If you still have conflicts out there, then you're not focused on the sun. The S-O-N, the sonship of God. You are the sonship of God, just like Christ was the sonship of God. This is my choice today, and so I go to find treasures God has given me. Every single one of us, not just some of us. I seek but the eternal. We are eternal beings having a human experience. For your son can be content with nothing less than this. What then can be his solace? His solace, but what you are offering to his bewildered mind and frightened heart. Folks, it breaks my heart to see people live with a bewildered mind and a frightened heart, to give him certainty and bring him peace. Today, I would behold my brother sinless. You see, there's nothing wrong. We've been told for too long there's something wrong with us instead of something's right with us. This your will for me, so will I behold my sinlessness. Now, this just set some people mad. This would have set me mad for 35 years. I would have said, are you kidding me? Folks, there's nothing wrong. We've been told for too long there's something wrong. Let's look at wisdomology. Take all the time of our life, all the wisdom of all the books that have ever been written, especially the ones that are in a spiritual nature. You know, the Spirit Himself testifies that our spirit, you see, our spirit says there's something bigger to us. I am a child of the source. I am a child of God. Now, if we are children, then we are heirs. We're heirs of God and co-heirs with Christ. Um, Allah will not change the condition of a people until they change what's in themselves. It's to sow and reap. If I sow thoughts of negativity, I'm going to reap negativity in my life. If I sow thoughts of vivacious visions for my life, then what am I going to get? I'm going to fulfill those visions. Where there is no vision, my people will perish. So said a prophet, Jeremiah, in the Old Testament. Where there's no vision, my people perish. We need a vivacious vision for our lives. The wise haven't abandoned attachments to the fruit of action. See, we want to attach ourselves to the fruit of action, the good and the bad, and dedicate themselves to the path of knowledge, achieve eternal peace and wealth of the self. Oh, I like that, wealth of the self. Uh, Better than 1,000 hollow words is one word. I'm speaking a lot of words this morning. Maybe I want to cut down on the words, right? I don't want them to be hollow. Better than 1,000 hollow words is one word that brings peace. Forgiveness is the true treasure of the awakened heart. Awaken your heart. Follow your soul. Get that vivacious vision for your life. He alone finds peace who realizes the treasure of the Lord within, all within, all within. There is no meager gift for those blessed by the true Creator. There it is again, no meager gift. Wow. The Lord will open to you his good treasure, the heavens, to give the rain to your land and its season, and to bless all the work of your hands. Seek not for riches, but for wisdom. Wisdom in the time you've been granted, which is twisdomology. Seek not for riches, but for wisdom, and behold, the mysteries of God shall be unfolded unto you. The mysteries of God should be unfolded to you, and then shall you be made rich. The sage stays centered and refuses meager distractions. For him, true wealth flows from living in harmony with the Tao. Thou art my treasure, and by grace I have given thee of my bounty. Why dost thou seek that which is meager when thou art destined for greatness? Folks, we are not afraid of our weakness. We are afraid of our greatness. It brings tears to my eyes when I think about it, how many of us just keep resorting back to the meager gifts. Let me not accept such meager gifts again today. God's voice is offering the peace of God to all who hear and choose to follow him. The superior man seeks within himself the treasure of virtue, while the petty man seeks the meager rewards of material things. Now, this is not a curse on material things. It's just what order you put them in, because they're guaranteed once the soul is straight. You will never, ever again in your life chase money. Money will be chasing you when you live this way. And are we going to become a person of substance? Or are we going to always be looking to substances to try to make us feel like a person? The soul that forgives and lets go of meager desires gains the eternal wealth of inner peace and truth. The divine spirits bestow blessings upon those who live in harmony with nature, emphasizing that true wealth is found in spiritual gratitude and in inner peace, not in fleeting meager gifts. Here it is again. Meager, meager, meager. Today I multiply my value 100-fold. I will no longer settle for mediocrity, but claim the greatness destined for me. The treasures of Ahura Mazda are vast, for they are truth, peace, and light. Reject what is meager and embrace the eternal gifts. Within this circle of life lies a treasure of balance. Forgive the past, claim your inner power, and step into the fullness of your truth. Your truth, your soul is like your thumbprint, like your DNA, none other like it. That's why that we have all these different books of wisdom, because each of the different souls have to be stirred in a certain way. I am the pure one who has risen from the ashes. The gods have bestowed upon me the treasures of the afterlife, for I have shed all that is meager. Shed what is meager today in your thought life. The Great Spirit does not give meager blessings. With an open heart, you will see the wealth of the earth and skies within you. The Maker created man to walk in greatness. Walk in greatness. Are you walking in greatness today? If not, get rid of the meager in your thought life. To share the treasures of light and truth. Forsake the meager illusions of fear. Wow. The meager again and again and again. The clear state releases the reactive mind's limitations to societology, allows the full wealth of the true self to shine. No longer are individuals bound by meager illusions. Isn't this amazing? Isn't this amazing how this just keeps repeating itself through these different books of wisdom? And, you know, for 35 years, I would have criticized my own self so much. Dear God, I thank you for time, and I thank you for wisdom from above, which is always pure and peaceful. And know your all truth is your truth, God, no matter who utters it. Thank you so much. Again, I am only going to have the meaningfulness in my life and no more of the meager gifts. I hope you come and join me. Thanks so much. Bye-bye.